Do you reckon is dealing with a backup or back with like? So the link to the video will be the description below. Go and check much. So let's into this work in 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So today's a video I didn't really want to make ever, but
Yeah.
it's one I feel like I should. So today is about dealing with breakups and kind of steps forward, I guess. So I recently broke up with my girlfriend, which is ironic because I made the last video on finding love, but regardless, there's certain things that she said which were true. I'm
Wow,
working on
really?
myself, but for me, I got caught up in a lot of just working and kind of forgot to live my life. And this whole channel was about living, especially the slogan "Live for the Now." And
Yeah.
I got caught up doing the exact opposite. That I moved to Miami about 5 months ago, and I pretty much have just worked every day and just sat in my apartment not really doing a whole lot. So that was a big eye opener for me. And then a secondary level of what she was saying is I have a hard time communicating my emotions, and some of that's because of some childhood trauma stuff, but those are both things that, although it hurts to hear from someone, especially when those become a reason why someone is falling out of love with you. Um,
Wow.
they're it's a they're good things in a way of me finally having a reason, enough of a reason to change those things, to not repeat those
Yeah.
things for the future. And for me, the whole point of why I started doing what I do for work, entrepreneur at work, I do day trading for my main job, career, whatever you want to call it, and then I do this on the side, and then I've also started up some modeling recently, which is cool. Um, but the whole reason I started any and all of that was so I could have time to live and enjoy my life. And
Yeah.
I got caught up in just solely focusing on work, and I forgot the part to live. And even when I did things, I would kind of just do them to just to say I did them. I wouldn't actually enjoy them. I'd be just thinking about getting back to work. I'd be thinking
Yeah.
about I feel guilty doing this 'cause I should be working or something instead. And it just a waste of my life, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying not to work. You need to work to,
Yeah.
especially to be able to do things. You got to be able to pay for them. But for me, it's about finding that balance of when I'm working to be focused on that. When I'm finished, and to live a little bit. And that was a hard pill to swallow because although it hurt, it was true. And this last few days happened on. She broke up with me on Saturday, and the last few days I've gone to a car show. I went to Nikki Beach in South Beach, Miami. I went to a rooftop bar yesterday. I'm going to a rooftop movie theater tonight. And I've kind of just packed out my week. I'm going to a museum on Thursday.
The museum.
Saturday I'm going to go see the sunrise at the beach. I have a lot of things planned out, and for me it's just about trying to live a little bit more, not just to, try to win her back or whatever. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if I could even do that, but regardless, it just to live a little bit. And I think I got caught in the whole grind mindset cycle, and some of that's important, especially when you're starting out, to just kind of get the ball rolling. But once the whole grind for your whole life and never enjoy anything is it's such BS. And it took something like this for me to see that, and it's just it took over my life, and I haven't done anything besides work really that I can remember in the last few years besides stuff I did with her. So that was number one. And number two, being able to communicate better. I
Yeah.
went and got a therapist, and that was a big thing for me just because I have a bad experience with it when I was a child. Just being young, my mom forced me to go to therapy. Again, I think the same thing then, just I wasn't able to communicate well. So
Wow.
for that, for me, that was a big step to do that, and so I'll meet with him in a few days. And beyond that, just steps forward, just trying to better myself the best I can. Right, like I've thought of a million different things of how can I make this work, or how can I get her back, or how can I do this, or how can I whatever. But at the end of the day, if there was something that I could fix, I could do that. But if someone doesn't love you anymore, someone's not in love with you anymore, is unless there's something that I don't know, I don't know how to fix that. I don't think that's something that I can control. So for me, it's not about that. It's about just moving on and just trying to be the best version of myself. And that's doesn't just mean the typical grind or gym work, just level up yourself, whatever. It's also about, for me, living a little bit more and trying to enjoy life and trying to be a little bit more alive and just enjoy where I am. You know, I work hard at a high income skill, not to, at one point it was to buy Lambos, to buy all the material
Yeah.
stuff and all that, but at this point in my life, it's not for that. It's for traveling, for taking care of people who need help, it's for living free so I can go do fun things and not have to think about paying for them. You know,
Yeah.
that's where the real benefit is for me for doing the work. But at the same time, I valued that so heavily that I forgot that the living part is what the work was for, and I just
Yeah.
focused on the work and I completely ignored the living part, which just completely defeated the whole purpose of doing the work in the first place. So I'm grateful. It has been one of the most painful things I've had to deal with, at least recently, or honestly, maybe ever. I am grateful because these things, I can be hard-headed at times. These things that I did need to change, that would have repeated no matter who I was with and however old I got. Those things would have been there if I never dealt with them. So I'm grateful for that, and I'm just gonna take it one day at a time. I know,
Yeah.
especially if you're going through this as well. I know it can be tough, and I know it doesn't matter me saying my experience because yours is unique to you, and
Yeah.
I'm sure you love that person very much, and I don't know what to say to try to make that better. I'm not gonna act like I have the answers because I don't. I'm just gonna try to live a little bit, and doing these
Yeah.
fun things that I mentioned are good. They kind of distract me for a moment away from everything, and that can be okay, but it hurts and it sucks, and it's gonna hurt and suck for
Yeah.
however long it's going to. And I don't know really where to go from here in regard to all that because, you know, obviously someone plays a large part in your present and your plans for the future, and then they're gone, and then you kind of have to
Yeah.
reevaluate everything, and that can be tough. That can be very tough,
Yeah.
and I just figure it out as I go now. But I think it's important if you love someone to let them go.
Yeah. Let
So
him go. Yeah.
I could beg and plead for a second chance or whatever it is, or whatever the case is. But the truth of the matter is, if you love somebody, you have to let them go. And if they
Yeah.
come back, then it was meant to be. And if they don't, then it wasn't. And for me, I have to just focus on myself and
Yeah.
just do the best I can at bettering myself and being being the best me I can be
Yeah.
for myself and for everybody else that I'm gonna be encountering and I do encounter in life. So again, just trying to live a little bit more, trying to go make some friends and meet some new people, and just try to enjoy my life a little bit more. I've lived a lot of it just in anticipation of one day I'm gonna live, or one day I'll go have fun, or one day I'll go deal with that stuff, and that day is never gonna come. The day is today. So just booking up the calendar, trying to do a little bit more, trying to enjoy life a little bit, as I mentioned.
Yeah.
Working on my childhood trauma to try to make me better at communicating with others, and just listening to the stuff she said. Much of it hurt,
Yeah.
the stuff she said, it was all true.
Wow,
So
really?
instead of being hurt by that,
Wow.
took it to heart, and I'm working on all of that and making it better, to make myself a better human being and a better person, and just not wasting my trauma, not wasting the pain. Instead of just sitting in the pain, I'm going to use it as a motivator to be better, to have a direct insight into what I need to improve in life,
Yeah.
and just working on those every day. So it's going to be it today, remember, and now I can actually say I'm living it, to remember to always live for the now.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys for coming. See you guys next one. Peace.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now we're dealing with a backup or back by Grace out. The link to the video will be the description below. Go and check them out. And drop a like if you like. And comment down below if you want to see more reaction like this one. And subscribe if you're new. And click the bell so you can be notified me below in my bye. Wow. Yeah, token is key of any relationships. Yep, token is key. The key. Yeah. Wow.